Welcome back to the Antique Clock Shop. Okay, I got the bellows here ready to disassemble them and take a number here. It looks like 1 3/8. So when I put it on the new paper, I'll mark it 1 3/8, and it should be the correct opening. So we're gonna have to peel off all this old paper here. It's falling off. It's disintegrated basically. I'll have to scrape all this off. I can probably just do it with my thumbnail. Looks like it's doing a pretty good job. And I'll have to get that cleaned off. This little tool is kind of nice here because I put a little bit of blue tape on the back to hold it together, and I can kind of set that and a little bit of tension on there that helps give me an accurate number. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and strip these things down and get them ready to put the new paper on. Oh, I just wanted to show you, these have little weights in them. I didn't know that on my last cuckoo clock I did. Just wanted to show those to you. That's what's underneath the tape. So I just made a new piece of blue tape here. It's just painter's tape. It'll hold it in. Put it over top of that so it doesn't fall out. And I'll do the next one. And this one's got red tape on it. I'll replace it anyway. Okay, I got these all cleaned up. The best they're going to clean up anyway. I'll clean up my mess here and get set up to start putting the new paper on. Okay, I got the movement all cleaned up. As you can see, it come out pretty good. I just got to oil it up now. I found the pendulum that I think will work. And then I got the case all cleaned up. I used that Howard's beeswax on it, and it comes out pretty good. It looks pretty good to me. Spin around the back here so you can take a look at it. I did the back side here. All right. And I did notice that one side's broken, but there's nothing I can do about that. It's still the clock character. And then I probably won't put this back on because I don't have all the parts to it, and I don't know if I can find one this size on eBay. So I still haven't decided on that one yet. All right, what I'm going to do next is I got all my paper stretched out to make the bellows, and that's what I'm going to work on next, is getting those paper, getting the paper glued back on those so we can get those working. All right, let's get to working on the bellows. Okay, I got the bellows all clamped down and ready to glue on my hinge on there before I put the other paper on there. The clamps holding everything nice and straight. So let's get the glue out here. That's a contact cement. It seems to work better. I used the other glue last time and it didn't work as good. So let's see how this stuff works. It was a little too thick. The other glue was a little hard to work with. This looks a little thinner, a little easier to work with. So we'll give it a shot. All right, there's one. And I did mark these right and left so I wouldn't get the tops confused which one they go on, because they're, hang on, let the clock finish. Because they're weighted differently. I didn't notice the last clock I did. I didn't notice anything about the weights in the top, but they have different weights for each side. So I wanted to mark them right and left. Well, you'll know when you go to put them back on the clock. I just didn't want to mix the tops up because of the weight difference. too much on that one. All right. That paper on there. Alrighty, we'll let those dry and then we'll put the rest of the paper on there. I'll be back when those are dry. Okay, now the hinge is glued on there. It's glue's dried pretty good. Now it's time to install the rest of the paper. So hopefully everything will go well here. Let's get a little bit of glue on the both parts of the bellows here. Making sure I get enough glue on there, but I don't want too much glue on there. Put some on the back side here. All right, here we go. Gonna have to, excuse me, get a different angle here. Kind of stretch the paper up. You can always trim the extra hanging over with a knife, so not a big deal. I gotta put a little bit of glue on the back side here. Alrighty, get that all glued up there. Try not to get too much glue on that brush. Fold this over. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I can trim it with a knife and make it look good. Key things to make sure it's all nice and flat to the wood and the glue is going to adhere real good. I want that one dry. Work on the second one here. Let's repeat the process. This glue is much easier to work with than that other stuff I was using. It was too thick. Really couldn't apply it well. It wasn't a bad glue, but for what this job entailed, it just wasn't the right glue for it. Try to set that there so it doesn't fall off. All right, let's get a little too much on that one. Okay. this was a little tricky. Move that knife so I don't cut myself with it. All right, there we go. Paper wrapped here, and it'll. Well, the first one was a lot easier. We'll get it. It's just a matter of getting everything situated here and getting it stuck to the paper. Uh-oh. There we go. Don't want to close it yet. There we go. Get this tucked on the back side here. Gonna make sure that paper gets stuck to the wood. It's very important there. This one's off a little bit. I have to put a little more glue on that side. There we go. Now it's laying nice. A little glue on this back side, fold that paper over, and then we'll let them dry. All right, I'll let them dry, and then we'll take the knife and cut them out and get them folded so they'll start working correctly. And we'll see you when we're ready for the next step. Okay, I got the bellow papers cut out. It was a little easier doing it off camera. So what we got to do now is we got to take something like a straight edge. Just got to kind of crease it here on each side. Slowly close it up and keep them creases. And you got your bellows. Same thing on this side. Now I didn't say this before, but I did mark these on the top here. That's so I can put my the little pins that go in here for the linkage wire going down to the movement, and then the other one's going to have the old wire for the bird, for making the bird tip when he goes out of the door. But yeah, I got little pencil marks on the top there so I can make my holes, find the holes where they're at here on the side. All right, that's it for this video. The next video we'll get everything put together and find some weights for it and get it running. Thanks for watching.